Hi, I'm Fiona here in the Scotmid kitchen, and I'm calling all baking addicts. These are, I think, a real wow factor cupcake. They're my lemon meringue cupcakes, complete with hidden lemon curd. Oven preheated. I've got 12 paper muffin cases in a tin, and I find that even with cupcakes, the bigger muffin cases work that bit better. I've got my dry ingredients here, my flour, my bicarb of soda, and my baking powder. Use the double bowl sifting method for when you have to sift. So big bowl, little bowl, sieve, in it goes. The baking powder and the bicarb, sieve them together. Okay, so sieve, get your kids to sieve. In goes the march, in goes the sugar. And for the full recipe details, head to our Facebook page, it's Scotmid Food. So basically mix the margarine or the butter and the sugar until it's quite light and fluffy. Next we're going to add the eggs. Right, so now I'm going to add the rest of my flour mix, and I'm going to do this in stages. Right, now to add the lemony flavour. So I've got 2 unwaxed lemons here, and I've got one of my favourite kitchen tools, which I'll come back to in just a second. So before the last bit of the flour is fully incorporated, you'll notice it gets a little bit dry, so we want to loosen it up a bit, and the juice from the lemons will do the trick. You can juice the lemons through your fingers, and that should catch all the pips. So here we go. Smells so good. I'm going to show you with my microplane how to zest the lemon. You can do it from a half, that's no problem at all, but you can do it before cutting it as well. And my microplane grater is fabulous because it does it really, really easily and quickly. Right, from getting the cake mix into the muffin cases, and this is one of my favourite baking tips. Ice cream scoop, the ones with the spring action. These are perfect for getting cake mix into the cases. Let me show you. And just carry on with all 12 and then bake them in the oven for about 20 minutes or so until they go slightly golden and spring back to the touch, and then leave them in their tins out of the oven to cool right down. Right, so I would say that my cakes took a good hour or so to cool right down. What you're going to do is you're going to take a sharp knife and cut down around and towards the center a cone shape, take it out and hide in about half a teaspoon of lemon curd for each, and replace it. And don't worry about the fact that it will look a little bit messy because we're going to ice these. That's totally fine. So do that for the other 11. So making the meringue topping, and don't be afraid of this. You can use a handheld whisk, or you can use a food processor, or if you're really strong, use your arms, but you know what, I'm a big fan of using cheats. Have the oven on again, or have your grill turned up to high. We'll come back to that in a second. I've got 2 medium egg whites in the food processor, and I'm basically going to whisk for about 2 minutes, gradually building up the speed. Once the egg whites are whisking up and looking like billows of soft snow, then what you want to do is gradually add the next lot of your caster sugar, and again just whisk until you get what's called soft peaks. When you kind of pull it through with the whisk, it just has a little soft peak effect. I've put the meringue in an icing bag with a nozzle just because I find it easier, but you could just use a teaspoon and blob it on. That's completely fine. It depends what you want to do. So then put them under a hot grill until a little bit golden, or in the oven again for 3 minutes or so until it just kind of goes a bit golden, and that's it. Okay, well these have had about 6 or 7 minutes in the oven just to golden up a little bit. A grill will take quicker. And we would love to hear all of your baking comments and tips and what you think about this recipe on our Facebook page. Again, it's Scotmid Food. Or on Twitter, tweet us at Scotmid Food. And don't forget to subscribe totally for free for this, our brand new YouTube channel. It's again at Scotmid Food. And I think, what is a cake without a little bit of edible baking bling? And I've got some cute gold stars here, and I think that's my finishing touch.